There are a million different things going on in the world right now. So many corrupt government systems being exposed, and so many tensions with war. You have China and Taiwan from before. I'm not so sure about, Ukraine and Russia anymore. Maybe it's still floating around there. But the biggest thing right now is the Israel, Iran, and the US war. And we have a bunch of other countries now entering. We have like China trying to like de escalate. And it really just makes me wonder, what's the point of it all? But not in a black pill way. What I mean by what's the point of it all is, why do we try to come up with excuses in just letting these dumbass pieces of shit just get away with everything? Why? Why, as an American citizen whose ancestors once, created a revolution and overthrew the government and whatnot over a 2% tax on tea? Tea's not even that good, bro. 2% tax, and now we're drowning in inflation and being taxed up our ass, and you just sit there and continue your normal day life. And I know people will sit there and say things like, oh, well, as individuals, we can't do anything because not enough people are going to stand up together and actually do it. And I partially agree with that, but it's also just kind of stupid, because why not try to do something yourself to fight back, which you trying will then inspire others to try. But you just sitting there doing nothing and saying that dumbass bullshit like, well, we can't do anything. You're just going to inspire that kind of thought process in other people. It's dumb. It's pathetic. And like I said, I only partially agree with it because, yeah, probably over 50% of the US population is, of course, gonna just sit there and just do nothing and say, we can't do anything, bro. There's no point. And they're just doomed to just live like that because they just don't care enough, like, at all. Some people don't even think that the Epstein files are real. They think that going to the official government website and seeing the Epstein files, they think that it's fake. Like, there's nothing we can do for some people. This is what I mean by what's the point, is trying to, like, get those people to change, because you can't. If someone is already, like, upset about these kinds of things, you can probably somewhat convince them to, like, try to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I would definitely take action. I'm trying. That's why I spread these YouTube videos. That's part of my effort, is the truth. When I started my YouTube channel back in, like, late 2016, I was just a little kid just doing random dumb shit I thought was cool or was funny. I was just doing it for fun. Now I found a purpose, and that's spreading the truth. Not just about global tensions and war and stuff. There's more important things in life, like God. That's the main thing we always forget that we have to focus on, is God. But the other thing that I like to also mainly just spread is the truth. The world isn't just fun. I grew up. I found out that the world it's not about being happy. Doesn't mean you have to hate your life either. Doesn't mean you have to be mopey and depressed about it. But if you try to live your life focusing on and always trying to be happy, you're going to be immensely disappointed. This world is not for people like that. It's just not. It's meant for living the best life that you can. That's basically it. Now, it sucks, yeah, when we have literal pedophiles running our government and, like, fucking secret operations going on in the background by the FBI and the CIA being involved in things like that, and, like, assassinations and terrorist attacks. I can't say too much on here anymore because I don't want my channel to get deleted. I've had so many strikes, but it's just like, oh, and creating fake virus bioweapons. It's just a lot. I'm not depressed or suicidal, by the way. I'm not. I'm good in the head. I'm good. Like, I'm good. So I don't want people to look at this video and then all of a sudden, there's a news report that I get shot 12 times in the back of the head and I allegedly committed suicide that way. Nope. 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 I'm good. I don't want to die. I mean, once it's my time, obviously then it's my time. But I'm gonna try to do and live the best life that I can while I'm here. So that's kind of what my point is, it's hard not to look at these things like tensions and war and corruption and things like that. It's hard to look at those things in the world and to not feel hopeless, to not feel helpless, but that's why we have God. That's why you put your faith into a higher power instead of in yourself, because as human beings we're corrupt. We can just fuck stuff up. That's just what we do. That's what we're good at. Because we get influenced so easily by Satan and other temptations and addictions and things. That's why you can't believe in yourself. Not in a negative way. I'm saying you can't just put all of your faith into yourself. I know a lot of atheists out there. I used to be one myself, so I understand the perspective. I don't think you're stupid or anything. But the world, there is a lot more proof that God is real, and that God exists out there. There has to be an intelligent design, truly. The way that we're made and have evolved. We didn't come from monkeys. If that's the case, then why the hell are there other monkeys that just haven't transformed? Like, if you watch them long enough, are they gonna turn into people eventually? No. So, how does that make any sense? What's your excuse there? I'm sure someone is gonna comment. I already know. I see so many bullshit comments. It's the funniest thing. God's not real because people do bad things. So, if he was real and he was so loving like people say, he wouldn't let that happen. Just read the Bible. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you of something if you obviously don't want to fucking listen to me. My best recommendation is to just read the Bible with an open mind. I'll hear atheists say stuff like, oh, I've read the Bible. I know it, from front to back. I know everything about the lore of Jesus and Christianity. It's all evil. It's just bullshit excuses for humans not to try hard because they're putting their faith into a God that isn't real, and they're just an excuse for being lazy and not trying. It's like, no. There's some people that will just lie and claim to be Christian, just, to say, oh, I believe in God, he'll take care of me, just as an excuse to, not try or put any effort into anything, and just say, God will take care of it. That's not how you live life. You still try. God still wants you to try. If you try, he will bless you. And people are going to say, God isn't real because Epstein did all this stuff. How does that equate in your brain? I can partially understand where, if God was real and he was all loving like people say, then why would he let all these horrible, disgusting things happen to children or other people? Why do people get killed, get cancer? But it's just read your Bible. I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you. I've said this argument a million fucking times, and people just don't listen to it. Just read the Bible with an open mind. Just pray and ask. Even if you don't think that it's going to do anything, like I said, I used to be an atheist. I used to think there's some big dumb man in the sky that controls the world. That's not fucking real. That doesn't happen. But see, that's even the way that you're phrasing it just shows the way that you see the world. You just doubt everything. You just have such a negative mindset. There's a man floating in the sky. Obviously, there's not a physical man floating in the sky. Are you fucking dumb? I know that perspective because I used to be there. But you have to open your mind. Once I eventually grew up and stopped acting like a fucking child and decided, you know what? Maybe there's something more to life than just my experience. Just because, I was abused as a child. Just because I went through some bullshit that I'm not going to sit here and complain about. But because I went through the things that I did, it doesn't mean that that's just what world is. That's such a narrow, way of thinking. That's basically being stupid. That means you're low IQ. If you actually only believe whatever you experience in life. There's more to the world. Everyone else experiences life completely differently in their own perspective. You could get hit by a car, someone else could get hit by a car. One person, even if you both live, maybe you'll be like, what the fuck, this is bullshit. Now I have to live my life as a cripple. The other person would be thankful that they're even alive. It's all about perspective. You just have to grow up and open your mind and decide that you're not gonna live with a what's it called? A fixed mindset. You have to have a growth mindset. That's what this channel was originally created for, is helping people with growth mindsets to see not only the truth, but how to grow as a person. Because that's what I decided to do one day, is to just stop fucking bitching about how the way things are and just evolve. Because that's what human beings are best at, is evolving. Even if it's kind of, we're fucking ourselves over with some of the things that technology we've come up with now, like AI and shit like that, but what can you do? You just got to keep evolving. What are you going to do? Just use your brain. Just pray for guidance and advice. Read the Bible. It has all the answers to everything. It even has financial advice. You don't have to go to some guru. I'm not going to sit here and like sell you a course. Yeah, I got a free community, but it's free. I'm not selling you a course. It's optional to join. I'm not forcing you. I'm not like psychologically trying to manipulate you. I'm just giving you advice, and if you want to join the community of other like-minded people, sure, check it out. Huh? Okay, I don't lose anything by you not doing it. But yeah, you also lose something by not going into it, though. You do, because I have more things that I can't say on this platform that are there. It'd be useful. Anyway, it's been a bit of a long video, so I should get going. But hopefully this found you helpful to some degree. And if it did, then, I don't know, just keep an open mind. That's just kind of what it's about. So just try to keep evolving. And, yeah, if you're interested in the community, you want to check it out, it's first link in the description below at bloomingpotential.com. And, yeah, God bless.